If you're looking for a wireless VR headset that's supposed to do everything for everyone, this isn't it. The Meta Quest 3 512GB is actually for the person who just wants to step into a virtual space for a solid session without turning it into a lifestyle. It's not the best VR system on the market, it's simply the one that solves the specific friction of setting up a dedicated play area you'll use a few times a week. You're clearing a space in the living room, you've got maybe an hour before the next thing you need to do, and you want to put on a headset and be in the game. Not running cables from a PC, not calibrating sensors on the walls, just picking up and playing. That's the one job this VR headset is built for, and it's built around a 7-inch screen per eye. Now, the listing leads with a nearly 30% leap in resolution. In practice, that 2064 by 2078 pixels per eye means text is sharp enough to read comfortably, and distant game details don't dissolve into a blurry mess. It's the difference between seeing a menu and squinting at it. The 100 Hz refresh rate means fast motion stays smooth, which matters if you're the kind of person who gets motion sick easily. They also tout 2x graphical processing power with the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 processor. What that actually means is you won't be staring at a loading screen for 30 seconds between levels. The world loads fast enough that the immersion doesn't break. And then there's the 33% more memory, which is 8 GB of RAM. That's the spec that keeps a complex game environment running without stuttering when a lot is happening on screen. It's a spec for stability, not for show. The dual RGB color cameras power the full color pass-through. That's the feature that lets you see your real room with your coffee table and your dog, with digital objects overlaid. It means you can grab your actual drink without taking the headset off, or set a virtual screen on your real wall. It turns the headset from a blindfold into a window. And the listing is very clear. You get 2+ hours of battery life. The spec sheet says 2.2 hours. That's the concrete number to know before you buy. It means a standard gaming session is covered, but a long movie might need an intermission or a battery pack. It's the ceiling. If your idea of VR is putting on the headset for a 4-hour marathon on a Saturday, you'll outgrow this battery. You'd need to look at a system with a hot swappable power solution. But for most people, who play in 1 or 2 hour blocks, 2.2 hours is the line where you stop and recharge. If you're still here, you're the minority who wanted to know what the 8 GB of RAM actually does, not just that it's bigger. So this channel is for you. Reading the Meta Quest 3 listing as evidence, they emphasize the instant access to 100+ games with a 3-month trial. That tells you they're chasing the buyer who doesn't want to research and buy titles individually right away. They're selling the first step into a library. And they never mention the field of view. It's 360 degrees, which is the standard for this category, so its absence from the feature bullets isn't a red flag, it's just them not bragging about the baseline. The real question with a piece of tech like this isn't affording it once. It's whether you can afford to buy the cheaper, less capable version twice when you realize its limits. The 512GB of storage and that Snapdragon processor are durability signals against obsolescence. The link is in the description, so you can check what it is sitting at right now and decide if the time